And we're already starting out on a very good point.
Lay out the controversy. Let's get the drama going.
I don't think there's any controversy in this chat right now. I think we're all on the same page.
Really? That's
Oh
surprising.
yeah. Oh dude, I think pineapple pizza is probably one of my favorite. Um, I'll pass on the ham. Just give me pineapple on my
Oh,
pizza.
really?
I used to do like,
I can't
oh
say I've ever
god,
tried that.
when I was like doing like man, when I was when I was a bachelor, I used to eat a lot because I was like super skinny, and I'm like, oh man, I want to like start working out. I want to like gain some weight because I'm like way too skinny for where I'm at. And so I would order like my go-to like dirty bulk thing would be
Yeah.
ordering from like whatever crappy pizza place, or I would make it myself sometimes as well. Which would be this like ultra acidic pizza that everyone thought was absolutely disgusting, which would be, it was pineapple and like I don't know what they call them other places, but you know, like the yellow kind of pepper rings, like they call them banana peppers here. You know what I'm talking about?
It's like a sweet pepper.
It's like, but they're like kind of spicy, but like not as spicy as like a jalapeno or something else, but they're like just some kind of like pickled pepper kind of thing
Oh,
in
okay.
brine.
Okay.
It was so acidic. It was it was really bad. It was like, I remember like one of the first times I ordered it when Kelsey was around. She's like, "Are you kidding me? Like that's gross." I'm like, "Yeah, I like acidity on pizza. Like I don't know what it is, but nah, like I love pizza. I like putting anything on pizza pretty much. The only thing that
I
I
don't
probably
limit yourself. Like I like the traditional Italian style, official
what is it?
three ingredients. That's all good, but
Napolitano? What is that?
yeah, but
Yeah, Neapolitan. Yeah,
I'm with you that I'll load it up with whatever as well. I want to
yeah.
close that door. Life's
What?
too short.
Yeah, exactly. One of my favorites that we used to make was gosh, it was caramelized onions, uh, big goat cheese, and fennel. It was so good. I loved that so much. And you like drizzle like a tiny bit of like honey on top of it. Oh, it was so good. Like I like the
Yeah,
sweet
yeah.
pizzas. I like
I
the
can
savory
get down with that.
pizzas. The only thing that I can't get behind is Korean style pizza. I cannot do that.
Are they like chicken or
No,
kimchi or what's the?
it's like mayonnaise and corn and
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like mayonnaise, corn, and like seafood on it. It's like I don't know if I could do that. I'm like a not a huge fan of mayonnaise to begin with,
Yeah,
but
same,
like
same.
it's like corn on pizza is such a thing in like I believe it's Korea that does that. Might be Japan as
I
well
think
that they.
Japan does it as well. That's definitely a thing over there.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I'll try it, but I don't know if I wouldn't go seek it out. Let's just say that.
Yes, agreed.
uh, but yeah, what
Aside
kind
from
of
pizza,
yeah? I was gonna ask Malieve what kind of pizza they got, unless we're just enthusing about pizza in general, which I am totally there. I'm totally here for this.
yeah, I mean the concept of pizza is enough. Yeah.
I haven't made pizza in a while. I should make it again. Except that in my apartment right now, there is man, the fire alarm is like super sensitive. So if we put the oven on
I hate
too
that.
hot, we put the oven on too hot, it'll like radiate out or burn off whatever, stuff gets baked into an oven sometimes. You spill something, whatever. If there's anything in there, it'll detect like the tiny little bit of smoke that gets burned off from the oven, and it starts setting stuff off, and I'm like, oh no. So
Yeah, I've had that the house where like you make toast, the alarm's going off. You cook like anything that's like charred or anything that you
yeah,
cook
exactly,
hot. It
like
just
grilling anything,
yes.
like yeah, that'll do it. um I feel super lucky. The place that we're actually getting the keys to tomorrow, actually has like a real like fume vent over the oven instead
Mm.
of one of those like filters that just like doesn't do anything and pushes the air back into the apartment. Like it actually like pushes the air out like up from the oven out of the house so we can actually like cook things and not have it smell like that for like days. So I'm pretty hype about that, especially because we cook a lot of Indian food, and a lot of the ways that you like toast the spices and
Yeah,
like
yeah, you got to cook the dry spices and all of
yeah,
that stuff.
exactly. And it just every once in a while we'll just be in the apartment and I'll like sniff the couch and I'm just like, why did we get a fabric couch? It just smells like Indian food right now.
Yeah, my house smells like sagaloo right now.
Yeah, yeah. So it's yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah.
moving hype, right? It's
Moving
it was
hype.
gonna it was
It's
supposed to happen today, right? But things got moved around.
oh okay. So yeah, things got shuffled around a little bit. So originally we were supposed to get the keys on the 1st of July. And then we were supposed to move on the 9th. Like actually like get someone to move big things because we don't have like a truck. We don't have whatever, and our couch like barely fits in our apartment. Like
Yeah.
they had to take the door off in order to get the couch in. So like it's a tight fit and we just can't move that. So we're like, you know what? Let's hire some movers. And they're only taking the big things cuz I don't think I can afford for them to literally take everything cuz that would take too long.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have them get in, get out, whatever. But that's on the 9th. So but we got word that actually the people are going to be moving out like today. I think they're moving, and then tomorrow they're hiring some cleaners to like professionally clean the place or whatever.
Mm.
So and that'll be done tomorrow. So like so we'll get the keys tomorrow because we're going to do like the final walkthrough just to make sure that like nothing's broken, there's no like weird damage that happened between now and the last time we were in the house. So
Yeah.
which they're good people. I don't think we're gonna have a problem. So yeah, we'll get the keys
One
tomorrow.
last check for bodies, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they put it in the weird fake fireplace that's in the basement. I don't know if I told you about the fake fireplace.
No.
Did I
What's
not?
this story?
So, not the people that we bought it from, but the people that they bought it from, the original owners from like, I don't know. I think they were the original owners when the house was built in 1955. Apparently one of the people that lived there was like an amateur like stonemason. So, in the basement, there was like a fake
Their
like
practice fireplace.
you joke, but yes. It is just like this fireplace built into the wall that isn't a fireplace. It doesn't vent anywhere. It's just like a hole in the wall that looks like a fireplace. I like looked up it and it just goes into the floor for the first floor. Like you don't want to burn anything there. It was just for like ambiance or something.
Yeah.
And it's there. And it's real stone and stuff. Like it's a brick, well, it's brick, I believe. Like a real brick fireplace, but like it's got like an outlet in the back of it. Because I think what they were doing was they were plugging like a space heater into it or something. So like they would get like heat from the fireplace. But there's a fake fireplace in the basement that I don't know what to do with at this point.
Yeah, we've still got an alcove in our front room where like a fire used to be.
We
Just like
have
Yeah.
like wait, like a legit like old style like is it like super wide? Like could you put like a
No,
spit
it
in
was
there?
it was it
Oh,
was just
okay.
like a small vent. It was only a small like gas fire or something that was in there.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's like 2 foot wide and
Oh,
like
okay.
2 foot tall. It's just like and it used to go up to like a chimney, but that's been like bricked in. So it's literally just a little
Yeah, as it happened.
box
Yeah.
cut into the wall.
I don't know. You had me excited for a second, Jason, because I know that houses over there are sometimes a little bit older than houses over here, and I got really excited that you had one of those like really like 8 foot wide, like they used to put big fires in there kind of
Mm,
thing.
no,
Like,
no.
oh, I got so excited.
I think this
That
house was built in the 60s, probably.
oh, okay. Yeah, your house is newer than mine then.
Yeah, we're kind of a new town.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Yeah. I think the town that I'm moving to was like established in like, oh god, is it? I don't want to get this wrong. It's an old town. It was like one of the first in the state.
Which means like 1800s, right? By US standards.
Hey, hey, hey. Stop that. It was 1640.
Okay,
It's
okay.
1640. It's a little bit older. Yeah, it's pretty like in terms of like US age, that's like pretty old. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much as old as you can get, kind of. I mean, give or take a little bit, um but yeah, so it's been around for a while, but yeah. Yeah, at least we didn't buy the house that was like built in like 1910. So
Yes.
because I think that would have probably had some problems hidden in there somewhere. But
Yeah, I mean all the electrics and like plumbing and stuff in those old houses is
it might have been on like
kind
knob
of
and
crazy.
tube, which scares the hell out of me. Knob and tube is like horrifying. That's the one thing that I wanted to make sure that we didn't have to deal with, because that's expensive to tear out. Do you know what I'm talking about with knob and tube?
No, no.
Okay, so basically, like, what it is like, so the copper wire was kind of like covered a little bit, but in order to like make like hubs and stuff like that behind the walls, they had this like glass, like it looked like a knob basically, and that's what they like wrapped around. They like wrapped the wire in there to do like to make like turns and corners and stuff basically. The problem with that is that one, that stuff doesn't really like pass inspection anymore. I mean, technically it's still legal to have in your house, but like probably get that replaced. The thing is, like, the coating that they used on the copper wire, by now it's completely like eroded, deteriorated, excuse me. And so basically, if you still have like original knob and tube, you probably just have exposed copper wire behind your walls.
Oh yeah, I'm on image search now. I see what it is. It's the way they would like.
Yeah.
Is it like plastic or like ceramic?
It was
Oh.
ceramic. Yeah, this is super old. There's no
So
plastic.
you'd like drill a hole through the wood. You'd put like a ceramic sleeve, and then the wire would go kind of through that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's but like what they that stuff is just it's super old. Like that's how like the first like electricity stuff in the US was really done, is with that, basically, kind of. But now like the stuff that's like that like coats that wire, or is like the wire is wrapped in, is like completely like the insulation is probably completely gone at this
It
point.
just perishes, does it? It's like some
Yeah.
kind of rubber or something.
It's something like that. It just like dries out, and it's
Cracks and stuff. Yeah.
So so yeah. Knob, I think tube wiring is newer than knob wiring, but they're both like not something you want in your house, basically.
Yeah.
It's just some horrifying stuff. Yeah,
I'm glad to know your house is not going to electrocute you.
don't speak too soon. A good like at least a third of the outlets are not grounded. So
Yeah.
yeah, dude. We've got electricians coming in because that needs to be changed. I'm not plugging my computer into a not grounded outlet. That scares the hell out of me. So
Yeah, I guess over there you had a different system of your plugs and sockets, right? Like you've got like
yeah,
the three-prong things with like.
yeah. There used to be only 2-prong for a while, I believe, and then we switched over to 3-prong at some point to actually like have stuff be grounded. So, you know, I don't know. I'm still salty that we don't use like 240 volt instead of 120, because our kettles don't work quite like yours.
Oh, you can't boil water.
It takes like
Yeah.
twice as long. No, we can. It just takes a long time.
Okay, that was
That's
probably
why.
the driving decision between the UK's
Oh,
voltage
totally.
system.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Yeah, that's why kettles aren't as popular here, because we run like half the voltage that you all do, so it's not as quite as like convenient to do that. So but yeah, there's so much work that needs to be done with electricity, but thankfully that's like one of the only things that needs like a massive amount of work. We do actually have a fireplace, funnily enough.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got like an insert in it though, so it's not just like an exposed thing that I can just like throw like wood into or whatever. Like it's got like a metal thing that I can like put it in, so it's like nice and like contained. Which is nice. It's not as like, I don't know,
like a sealed unit, like a sealed door.
It's like, I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. It's like it's kind of like a metal kind of thing that has like a door on it that you can open and close. And it makes it so that like the heat will radiate out of it, but all of the like smoke will like go directly up the chimney, basically.
Yeah, that's supposed to be pretty bad for you.
Yeah.
Having an actual fire, like a
Yeah,
real fire.
it is. But like, yeah.
I mean, it's fun. It's great. Like everyone loves it.
It's fun, yeah. But yeah, it's
long-term health.
Yeah, it's usually not that good. I think the previous owners were like, yeah, we used it like twice and then never used it again. So if you guys want to use it, you need to get that cleaned and inspected and like repaired. I'm like, okay. So that's something that we need to do. We need to like repair the chimney because some of the mortar is coming off or whatever. So I don't want to deal with any safety stuff that has to do with that. So we get everything in tip-top shape before we use it. We don't want to use it now anyway. It's the middle of summer.
Exactly.
It's terrible. So we've got plenty of time to fix that up. But yeah, I'm excited. We got about 24 hours before we get to set foot in there, pretty much. Yeah, exciting times. Maybe we'll have a new backdrop at some point.
Yeah, the next stream we'll be able to see your new.
Let me think. Next stream. Maybe. Because the big move day will be the 9th, so that'll be the day after. So I think my like apartment lease is up like the 11th. So I can't really do it in my apartment anymore.
Yes.
So I will be forced. I will be forced to do that as long as I have internet.
As much as we love the big role of like packing wrap and.
Yeah, it'll get old. Got my fan down there. It's a little bit hot now. But yeah, it'll be nice. So it'll be new. It'll be different. It'll be interesting. But yeah, Jason, how's it been going? How's it been going over there?
Pretty good. I got my first vaccine this week.
Yeah, all right.
Quite on the tail end. I think like over 90% of adults in the UK have had first dose now.
Oh,
so
wow. Are you serious? That's a lot.
I think that's the number.
Nice. I think you're pulling
ahead.
Yeah,
so I had that on Wednesday. I've just mostly recovered from that now. It was mostly just my arm got sore. Like I didn't get lethargic or tired or anything really. I just couldn't lift my arm above like horizontal for a day or so.
Yeah, it happens. No, it's good. I'm happy for you. Like I've been, I got my second one like a month ago now, I think, something like that.
Oh wow, yeah.
Or like a month and a half, maybe 2. I don't even remember. But we've got a friend here. Oh, hello.
A little bit shy. Just you can see an ear. Oh,
yeah.
There we go. Hello.
Hey, what do you have to say? Do you have anything to say? No. He's looking for Kelsey. Yeah, he's looking for Kelsey right face. Now. We actually went out to like outdoor seating at like a cocktail bar yesterday, and I said outdoor seating because we had the dog with us, so everybody loved him. They're like, "Oh, can we pet him?" He's so good. He just lays down and chills, relax. Yeah. But yep, he's super cute. He'll have his own yard soon, which he'll just sniff everything.
Yeah,
not
loads
doing
of
anything
stuff
else.
to explore.
Yeah, lots of trouble to get into in there, huh? All right, buddy. I'll put you back. I feel like I should get like a dog cam for the stream, but it wouldn't be very exciting. It would just be him sleeping. He would just lay there and not do anything else. Oh man.
So
But yeah,
Steamhounds,
Steamhounds. That's a
that
thing.
game we're making.
That game that we're making, that we're furiously doing stuff in the background that we'll share eventually.
Yeah, I mean we've had a chance to talk about it a little bit on the deep dive streams. It's been good to get into some of that and show off a bit more stuff. I've been enjoying those.
Yeah, definitely. So we're working on a lot of the visuals right now. It's mostly visuals at this point, to be honest. We've had like the sample mission structure there for a while now.
Yeah.
We've had all the writing done for a while. It's mostly like pulling all of our assets together, and we're still like polishing up some of them, some of the animations and stuff, but pulling all that stuff together, and putting it into like one cohesive like demo experience, I guess you would say. So, and that just takes a while, especially the UI stuff. But that's shaping up really well, and we're pretty excited about that. So,
It's looking pretty legit, I would say.
yeah, we've got some really talented artists, so it's always awesome to see what they do to my terrible mock-ups and make them look really nice. So yeah, it's actually starting to look like a game, which is really cool. And if someone votes for it, we will show you some of the UI stuff.
Yeah, it's been on the list. I mean, I understand it's not the most
Yeah, it's not.
appealing thing to
But
most people, but it does already look like a game, but
it looks like a game of sorts. Oh man, it'll be so good once we're able to like show everybody all the good stuff. But you know, we're in we're in a little bit of a lull right now in terms of like output to like quote general populace kind of thing. So, well, thank you, Maleev. I appreciate it. Yeah. But yeah, you're just kind of like plugging away for the most part.
Yep.
And
we did put out a small patch this week.
Yes, we
mostly
did.
just a couple of little tweaks. So there was a balance thing. I think we noticed that. Who was it? Was it
Shio?
Shio, especially with the commander mode, was like really destroying with one of those buffs.
Yes.
So we nerfed that a little bit. Yeah, really just strictly just a balance tweak. Really, there's also a bug which hadn't really manifested, but it was to do with when status effects prevent characters from moving and stuff like that. And I also threw a couple new kind of layouts into the playlist, into the rotation. But mostly we just wanted to get back and do another one of these streams and give people a chance to play a few battles, because as amazing as the deep dives have been, and as great as it's been to do something a little different, we want to give people a chance to actually play the game.
Yeah, play the game, see how the developers play it sometimes. Play it terribly. Although Jason, you've been wrecking so like in the past few streams, so
I'm not going to acknowledge that because it's going to affect my performance.
Oh man. But yeah, so shall we load up a match?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Why don't we play a match first? How about that? Take it up.
Okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
nope, that's not true.
Okay, I'll grab Maleev's challenge.
All right, there you go.
You wanna watch this?
Saw it. No, you already put yourself out there. We be playing now.
Shall we do commander mode, or shall we try something else?
That's up to Maleev. What do you want to do, Mel? Do you want to do commander mode? Do you want to do traditional Steamhounds?
Okay, she selected commander, so
All right.
that's what we go with.
It's big boy mode. Right.
Hmm.
Load up this game now. Join a spectator. There we go. Oop, just popped in. Hooray. So we won't know what Jason's picking until we get in there. A lot of thinking going on here. Man, I wonder if like spectator mode in future renditions as like a preview, like the battlefield layout or something.
Hmm.
That would be nice, even if it was
Yeah,
like
or like shows the teams as they're getting picked and shows the modifiers, and it's more of like a little
yeah,
proper little
yeah,
lobby maybe. Yeah.
yeah. I think the way that we have it mocked up now, like in the upcoming UI has it like that, so that'll be nice to like be able to view stuff as it's like.
Okay. Formation is
All
locked.
right, sweet. Do we have a new battlefield layout for this one? All right.
I don't know if you've ever seen this one before or not.
No, I don't think we have actually. There we got a speed boost tile and some extra damage here as well. Attack bonus. So those will so the speed boost tile is there forever. So you've got to do a little King of the Hill thing to keep your character on top of there. Boost your speed by 1. So if we look at Bolt right here, Bolt's already kind of like maxed out on the leave side. But if we look at someone like, say, here, this chemist, we've got +1 speed, so we've got like a kind of a neutral 3 speed right now. But that can make a big difference with someone like a chemist. And we also have this consumable damage bonus here. There you go, attack bonus. Both the characters pick those up because they started their turn on those tiles. But that'll do 10 extra damage on their next attack. So pretty impactful, I would say. Also, I believe those respawn. What is it, like 6 turns, 7 turns? Jason, do you remember?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's around there. So you'll get a few of those during a match. But you kind of want to like consume those as fast as possible, so you can get them to start respawning. All right, looks like Maliv is going to start targeting that engineer as soon as possible. I mean, you could have moved the totem, but you know, it's you're still hitting 2 characters. Well, excuse me, you're still in 2 characters range, so grand scheme of things, that's still a totally acceptable placement for the totem. Oh, you meant for the actual character? Whatever you want to do. I mean, there's also the issue of, you know, kind of splaying your characters out all in a column formation is kind of a problem when the engineer gets focus, and then they can hit all 3 of your characters. As Jason acknowledges as his as his strategy for now. It looks like what Maliv is trying to do here is remove any kind of threat to that general column formation. Because once that engineer is gone, there's really no big threat to staying in a column and not really moving from there. Some big damage coming out of Jason's warrior. Trying to knock out that opposite commander as soon as possible. Oof, big old pressure release, knocking out that NG. Jason might have a little bit of an issue without being able to pull characters around, but definitely has a bit of a head start on the opponent's commander, though, right now.
Yeah, like I kind of invested in just that upfront damage, so I suppose it shouldn't be complaining that I lost my NG.
Definitely going to be interesting for now. Because it's not like Maliv can protect the warrior more than the warrior's already like naturally protected. I mean, Maliv can change stances into a more defensive stance to increase those defenses, but basically what you see is what you get right now, because there's no natural like health regen on Maliv's team. So progress that Jason makes is pretty much permanent.
Yeah, my engineer going down in that position is not ideal for me. It's kind of...
No, not really.
It's taken me a few turns to begin making use of the speed boost again, if I'm even able to.
Yeah, if you get into that speed boost tile as well, you're going to have an issue getting into range of the pressure release for the totem, so there's also that. So staying down there for now is not that big of a deal. However, it does leave you open to replacement of that totem right in that center tile. So I don't think there's any winning. There we go. It's just kind of an unfortunate circumstance right now.
Yep, it's got to speed run the warrior.
Yep. Looks like we do have that damage boost spawning again for another round, so a few good attacks can really knock out a commander at this point, especially with all that bonus damage. I believe commander does have focus. Oof, off balance, locking out Jason's character there.
No.
Looks like Maliv is holding on to that focus for a while now. I don't know. Would I have used focus at this point? Because they're kind of like lined up. I don't know. It's an interesting strategy, an interesting line. Oh, locking everybody out of focus now. Paying a little bit of a price for it, but still generally ahead.
Not gonna let me use it. I'm gonna be petty.
Lock everybody out. At this point, it looks like...
Yeah, I kind of moved too early there because my... Actually, won't be a waste.
It's not that bad. Yeah, you could still protect. Depends on what you want to do. I don't know what the right answer is at this point. You could go for a more defensive strategy, make your commander live a little bit longer, but... Ooh, a vigor, eh? All right. I see what
I
we're
realized it's
doing.
all I had because the healing is also a focus ability, which I can't use.
Yep, that's all you got, so... You're gonna have to figure out what you want to do here. You could move behind the warrior so you don't get locked out of focus again. That's kind of like one of the only ways to do it. Oof, taking some damage though, unfortunately. I think just the pure fact that Maliv definitely has a better action economy at this point, with having 3 characters up, kind of really sets the pace.
Yeah, I mean, he's already like overtaken my damage on the warrior as well.
Yeah.
Plus sitting there with focus on those characters.
I mean, you do have a bunch of stacked up bonuses, I will say. So, you know, you have vigor, you also have an attack bonus of 10, like... If you ever do get an attack off, you'll you might get something, but it looks like we're gonna be seeing some damages here. All right, overloaded. That's a decent chunk of damage. You're gonna be taking some damage from the pressure release at the start of your round.
Yeah.
Gonna have to survive a couple more rounds of Maleev's characters doing some damage there. You have another totem round and another bolt before you can get off an attack from the chemist. 17 health? That's possible to survive that, I would say. It's gonna be rough, but... Whoa, boy! Oh, I don't know anymore. I think with Bolt targeting you with that stance, kind of locked you out. Leave already calling it in chat. It's over. I don't think there's any way to get around this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, GG Believe. I didn't think this through. I left my engineer out in the cold.
Yeah. I think if engineer was still able to, spread that damage around, but that's not gonna quite do it. All right, and that'll do. Yeah,
GG.
definitely. Engineer not getting enough rounds. I would say that's it's a little bit unfortunate. No favorite skill, cause did not get around basically, which is a little bit unfortunate, but
Yes.
that's what happens when you leave squishy characters out in the cold. They're gonna get
Okay.
they're gonna get knocked out immediately before they can get their utility out. So
Favorite skill, contemplating life decisions.
yeah. Why am I here? Why am I on the front line? Who decided this? Still, like a decent chunk of damage dealt by the warrior there. 86 damage is nothing to. That's a lot. So I mean, that's more than if that was like direct damage on the opponent's warrior. That would have been pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of got steamrolled at the end there, but really Melee's warrior is not too far away from going down, and they didn't really have many ways to defend, so another attack or two on my side would have made the difference there. I think
Yeah.
the off balance, the slam was like really well placed, because I think
Yes.
laying down the flame flask might have also really helped
Yeah.
out there.
That might have done it, to be honest, with the damage from Flame Flask over time. That would have,
Yeah.
I think that would have gotten things very, very close. Yes. But yeah, so saw a little bit of two different strategies here. More of an all-out, just like focusing down the commander. Another one of like recognizing more of a long-term strategy by slowly picking up, well, not too slowly actually, picking off an early character to get a better action economy and just get more moves out and be able to do more combos and get more utility out of the stances overall.
Yeah.
Good match though, really good match.
Yeah, I think my opening placement was pretty bad as well. Like I was focusing too much on giving the warrior the attack bonus when really it doesn't matter who gets it, because it's going to be 10 damage or whatever it is, regardless. So I could have given that to the engineer and put them at the back or something.
Yeah. I mean, could have done a lot of stuff, but things happen. Things happen.
Okay, Andrew, are you going to redeem the development team?
Oh no, I don't know about that, but I will fight, but I don't know if I'll redeem anybody. I'll drop it in there for you, Maleev, if you would like to accept this challenge. I don't know, half the time that I like play on these streams, I just kind of like want to mess around and like try something really dumb.
Yeah.
Because that's always kind of what I want to do.
Because then in your own head you don't have to blame yourself if you lose.
Exactly,
You've got a
Jason.
excuse.
You
I was
understand
experimenting.
me.
I was just having fun.
You understand me completely. So I'm gonna hide my characters for now, because I think we're actually gonna try this time. Oh, it's too much. There's too much stuff on the battlefield. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle this, Jason. Is this you know what? I'll share my screen. Why not? It doesn't really matter. Is this a new layout? a lot of stuff happening here. Like, an incredible amount of stuff happening here. Oh, man. So, let's see. We've got some falling debris, which we can't really do much about. Half cover, so range characters are at a slight disadvantage. However, Flame Trigger is going to be targeting this tile. So, even if you do huddle behind there, you might take some damage. Oh, yeah, thanks. No, it's cool that you know what you're doing, Believe, and I don't, so... so, it's fine if you've already picked your team. Corrosive tile as well. So, this tile might not be as, like, nice as you might think it is, because you've got some nasty stuff going on here. So, in this case, what I might want to do is... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. I think we want to go a little bit chunkier, and I think we want to go with a strategy that is a little bit doesn't require like a full column or a full row to really take advantage of that, because we want some flexibility, especially with the falling.
Yeah.
I think what I want to do is I want to avoid range care, and
I mean, on the other hand, range is pretty good for being independent and flexible position-wise.
that's true. I really do want to go chunky. I want to get like characters here. The only problem with the Berserker is that you want to be in that tunnel vision thing. I can't really rely on someone's positioning because I don't know. I just have no idea where someone's gonna start. Like the opening characters are gonna be. So. Especially because if the Berserker hits the corrosion, they're going to take a ton of damage. They just do not have any element of defense. That's a little bit of an issue. I'm going to go against my better judgment and pick the Engineer right now. But because I do feel like I do want to pull some people around. I mean, if there's a corrosive tile, like... that is just too juicy of a thing to not like pull people into.
Yes.
So I think this is what
Yeah,
I want
those
to do.
really suck.
Yeah, they definitely do. I think what I want to do is I do want to leave Shio as off tank support. Because Shio can heal Warrior, but Warrior cannot heal Shio. So in this case, I think I can get a little extra sustain if the match goes long. But this is all theoretical. This is not this is not real life yet. All right. So we've got NG the commander the commander there. So what do we want to do? Well, we don't want to necessarily start. Yeah, this is just a kind of a tough zone here. We do have NG, so people can get pulled. The thing is, don't mind if the NG gets pulled into the corrosive tile, really. That doesn't really bother me, because they have such high elemental defense that while that does do damage, it's not as much. So what I want to do is, I think we'll do a little bit of something. This. There is like a decent amount of range here, but yeah, I think this is what I want to do. I don't mind if she gets hit a few times.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. Not too much in terms of melee going on. I think this is what I want to do. I don't think there's much melee, so don't worry about that. So let's get some return fire in there. I'm basically planning by the time that this goes off that I'll be able to move the NG out of there. Maybe I'll move in because I think they're... I don't want to say that they're disposable, because they're not. They're definitely not. And I know I'm going to get hit really soon by the opponent's Engineer, but that's just something that I'm just going to have to deal with at this point. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Unfortunately, we got a couple turns in a row, which kind of screws up a few things for me. So this is going to be very interesting. If Malieve does what I think she's going to do, it's going to be a problem.
It's interesting that Malieb chose engineer as the commander. I mean, obviously it means they're a low health commander, but that's still a very high health engineer, which is not something you usually
Yes,
get to play around
exactly.
with on the team. So
We have a
kind of
big problem
interesting.
right now because of this.
The focus factor.
Yes. Yep. Immediate focus doing a lot of damage to the engineer. We've got some shock and fatigue here. However, my commander is still pretty healthy, so we might have to switch back on over to a more defensive thing with the engineer here, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. But again, we'll see what happens. You have a levitate, which is sort of a problem. But I think what I want to do is since there's... I think I do just want to go for a more long-term strategy and pick some characters apart at this point. So what we are going to do... Yeah, let's go for some utility here. I think what I want to do is... Yeah, this will be interesting. I could stay there, but I'm going to get hit by that, and that's not very good. So I got to move out. Yeah, I just got to move out. It's fine. Not protected by Sentinel Stance anymore, but that's quite all right, I think. Could go all out there. A decent amount, but we already said we wanted to go for a more long-term strategy, so yeah, let's do that. It's quite all right. Very interested in where this debris is gonna go. That could seriously change some of the positioning strategies immediately. All right, spreading that shock around. I basically have like a choice of characters that... Ooh, all right, that's fine. Where does it go? Ooh, all right, well, that's not too bad. I think I can reposition around that. That's not too bad. I mean, I can't not do this. Like, I have to do this at this point, I think. That's too good.
Yeah, plenty of damage.
That is plenty of damage. I'm gonna, like, fight my, like, urge to jump on this right now. I'm gonna definitely fight my urge to jump on that. I think I can get that because I want to get Bolt out of the way as soon as I can. Because Bolt is also a more long-term character.
You know what? I think I just noticed a bug.
Oh no, what's that?
So when you were doing the shove,
Yeah.
the estimated damage for the engineer was,
Yep.
I think 14. But
Okay.
they actually
Okay.
hit 17.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll roll back the
And-
tapes at some point.
Yeah, and I think the reason is because when it calculated it, they have someone in front of them, so they get the behind ally bonus. But
Okay.
when you shoved Bolt, they were then on the same tile as the engineer, so they lost their bonus for that.
It's tricky with like positioning of characters being tied to like different stats and bonuses and stuff.
Yeah.
It's tricky. Especially when those are like trying to figure out when it's appropriate to update position. Because those bonuses can turn on and off depending on where you're going. A little scared of that focus from the chemist, but I think I just have to ignore that right now. Yep, I kind of figured that was gonna happen.
I mean,
But
yeah. Someone's getting set on fire and you're gonna have to move. But...
Yeah. All right, levitating back up again. All right, what are we gonna do here? That's arm hook's kind of useless unless. Oh no, Jason, how many? What's that number? Is that 3 probably? That's probably 3, right? Yeah.
It'll be the same as yours. I think they're in sync, so.
Excellent, excellent. All right, cool. As long as it's 3. I think I need to knock out Bolt as soon as I possibly can. So we will do this. This is fine. Calculated. It's all right. I don't know what to do right now. Can't be there. I can't really be here. That will just outright kill me, probably. I think what we need to do... I think this character is just going to be poisoned until they go anyway. So there's no real point in me doing anything else here. I'm not going to get hit by too many melee things because I'm going to knock out Bolt as soon as I possibly can. Question is whether... Okay, so that's 14. I don't think I can quite do... Will I be able to do 14 damage here? Ooh, I don't think that's quite enough. Because that's 8 plus 3 is 11. Lower defense, though. Oh, Jason, numbers. Can I do 14? Oh, no. I'm so, like, torn. I think I do need to secure the kill, though. I just need to do it. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but that was just something that needed to happen at this point. The thing is, actually, everything that I just said was a lie. Because I think I can do something right now. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's roll. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. I forgot. Forgot about that. And also, here we go. Get out of here. None of that focus. Just realized. All right, what do we want to do here? Do we want to try to protect you? I don't know if I can, because what is the chemist gonna do? Chemist can't do any of these. We got a vigor potion or an adrenaline boost. Adrenaline boost cannot happen, so it's gonna have to be vigor potion. So if vigor potion happens, then that is going to do that enough. Oh, that's rough. I don't know what to do. All right, let's try to like. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can sustain. The only problem with that is once I do an offensive attack, I think the engineer's gonna go. That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, my strategy is basically just like bleed out the rest of Maliv's characters and then go for the engineer. Basically, that's kind of what my strategy is, because eventually that levitation is going to get incredibly expensive.
Yeah, and your warrior's relatively solid.
I just took a bunch of damage, but we got some broken defense, which is rather unfortunate for rather unfortunate for the warrior, but do what we can. All right, so engineer's gonna last one more round here. I gotta figure out what I want to do. I could defense break. That'll help out. I think with a defense break, I can do enough damage to that chemist. Because the problem is if I arm hook the chemist back into the poison, that's not really going to help me because my characters are all melee, so they're going to jump into the poison. So I think we just have to defense break here. I'm assume that that's going to come up, so... Alright. Yeah, we're just going to stay here. Ugh, 22 health though. That's a lot. I think I'm just gonna have to say goodbye to the engineer. I was tempted to encourage to get off another round, but I think the goal is to take out the chemist as soon as possible, because the longer we wait, the more health they regen. And this is not a lot of damage, but hopefully it'll be enough in combination with the excuse me, in combination with the poison, I hope this is going to be enough damage. Actually, I think I just secured it now.
Yeah.
With taking them off the tile. So the only problem is I'm gonna get whacked for like 10 damage, but I think that's totally worth it at this point. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna try to. It's 5 damage. How much is this? Ooh, I don't think it's enough. I'm just gonna try to secure it at this point. Yeah, let's just secure it. This is fine. And then I do think I actually have to jump into this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, Commander plus last one standing right now, which is kind of a problem. But I think I've got the solution. It's going to be a rough next couple of rounds for me, but I think if I can keep the health up enough, it shouldn't be too much of a bother.
Yeah, and Shio can.
Oh,
help out,
wow.
right?
Oh, wow. This is... Oh, I could get off one attack. They're gonna die, but it's fine. This will be worth it. All right. All I've got is encourage, but thankfully that's what I wanted to do.
Yes.
I think what we'll do here is, well, yeah, okay. So what I want to do is, I think we will just do this. I think I can out-heal melee damage, I believe. Yeah, I believe I can out-heal melee damage. So if Malieve wants to go for a melee-focused route, I can just out-damage with Sentinel over time. If Malieve wants to go for a focused kind of Fire Lance kind of route, that's going to take more rounds. So that's going to be an additional round of levitation to get out a damaging move. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for, is more and more rounds of levitation. Because the way the characters are right now, they're kind of spread out. But if Malieve does go for a focus... Oh, all right. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go that way. Interesting. Good thing Malieve doesn't have focus. That's a nice thing right now. Do I want to do that? Probably not. I think we will just stay the course. Yep, we're just going to do this. Any fatigue? Yeah, we're just going to do it right there. I think we've got this one. I think we've got this one on lock. I'm not 100% sure, though. Yeah, I think we should be... A-okay here. No damage for you. Yeah, so that levitation is slowly getting more and more expensive. I just don't think Malieve can get out enough damage in order to, yeah, I don't think Malieve can get out enough damage to do that, to take out my commander. Malieve going out on her own terms.
There we go.
Oh, man. I don't know if this is a clever ruse, though. This might be a clever ruse. Oh, man. I think we'll just do it this way. This is fine. Oh, yeah, that's fine. This is okay. I was actually a little bit concerned with the warrior, because if I move, I'm gonna take on average 7 damage, and then I will be in poison. And then I will, yeah, it's kind of a problem. So I'm just gonna be super paranoid and like not try not to do anything. I see victory in my future, so I will try to not do something silly and try to like accelerate the game.
What you're actually doing is just taunting me, leave now.
My paranoia. Nope, it's fine, see? Oh, man. There we go. Yeah, good game. That was definitely something. I was a little bit concerned at the start because Bolt was going to severely hamper my kind of like long-term strategy. Especially with like shock cannon and shock support, like that stuff, that damage does add up. So that was kind of like the logical first target, especially since I couldn't just go after your engineer with the levitate. Levitate was kind of a problem. So basically what I had to do was go really, really hard into sustain, basically. But also like before that knockout Bolt, because that would have hurt like considerably. Definitely that is a super interesting first round like figure into Fire Lance. That was like I was actually not expecting that. I was totally not expecting you to figure up and deal like a decent amount of damage. That kind of threw me through a loop with the engineer, because the engineer was like, "Oh, surprise, you're at half health." So, yeah. Oh man, good game though. That was really good. Yeah. Oof. Good stuff. All right, what do we want to do?
Should we try something like classic format?
Yeah, we could do some classic format.
Okay, I'll drop a challenge in and we'll see if you want to grab this.
We'll leave MVP today, taking on all challengers. All right, cool.
Okay,
We need to do some classic mode. What do you want to do for the layouts? Do we want to do featured still?
Yeah, sure. Well,
Okay.
I don't see why not. Yeah.
All right. We have to do Winter Forest though. That's the rule.
Okie doke.
All right. Oh, can't step on snails. No stepping on the snails. No escargot today. Man, classic mode. How do I even play this? What is this?
Okay,
It's
I'm locked in,
interesting.
so you can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just switched over. I was gonna say it's interesting because normally, like if you see like some kind of like status effect in the center, you would want to pick totem, because you kind of want to like lock that out. But it's like a negative like passive thing, so you don't really want to like lock people out of that center tile. So it kind of goes against totem's ethos. But like, what have we got here? They've got kind of a diagonal thing going on. Interestingly enough, I don't know if you did this on purpose, Jason, but like this is one of the only layouts I think that has a flame trigger not in the line of fire. Has its own like unique little impacts on how we decide to do things. So
yeah, I feel like we don't see that many flame triggers actually being executed.
Well, a lot of times like characters die on them.
True.
Because you'll get one off as like some kind of like, you want to like secure a kill, but at that point like usually one of your characters is also pretty close to dying. So usually it depends on how you're playing, basically. All right. What do I want to do? I'm gonna do some classic character. Do I want to go classic character? Ugh. That's like, Berserker isn't really like a solo character. Well, kind of. Berserker has enough health to be solo for a little bit. Ranger can definitely be a solo character. Question is, do I need another solo character? Or... Yeah, I think I want to... I just want to see how this is going to... Nice mirror match. I love it. You gotta promise not to look at the screen, though, for the Berserker placement. Gotta promise me.
It's on the other monitor.
Yeah, thank you.
Trust me.
You just gotta not... Yeah. It's the only thing right now. Oh, man. What do I want to do here? There's a couple of, like... There's a couple of logical placements for some of these characters. Kind of. Oof. Kind of a mixed bag for the engineer right now. Kind of like a semi-even mix of ranged and melee. Is levitation worth it? Is it not worth it? Yeesh. I bet you can hear all my my furious.
I locked my formation in already.
I'm sorry. Man. You can hear on the stream all of my my character noises. Or no, you can't because you have it muted. Okay. I'm switching characters back and forth over and over again. All right, this is gonna have to be it.
Pretty symmetrical again.
Not perfectly symmetrical though. There's a little bit of difference here, and I appreciate why you did what you did. All right, this is gonna be a little rough. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, what do we want to do here? I can't trust the engineer to be alive long enough. That's the only thing. I just can't.
He often has that fate of not even making it to the first move.
Yeah, it's a little rough sometimes. That's just what happens, though. All right, I think what we want to do. Yeesh. Yeesh.
I don't know, I think me having my engineer open to get focused down there maybe puts me on the back foot.
Yeah, it was basically kind of like a thing where it's return fire could be really good a little bit, but can I survive an opening salvo? That's the only problem. Ooh, I see where this is going. This is fine. It's okay. You just had the good one character after another combo. Ugh. You got a little bit more off than I did, unfortunately. Yeah, it was
Plus the cherry on top there.
I know. It's a little rough. Trying to figure out what I want to do. There's a bunch of juicy things I could do right now, and I think I just have to go for this. Because that'll do that. So we're a little bit symmetrical right now. I think you have a slight upper hand, definitely. What do you want to do here? I don't even.
I don't know. I'm going to be behind as soon as my turn rolls around, so...
I can't stay in that though, because I'll be in the line of fire. I think I've got to like... Yeah, I think I gotta do this. It doesn't help much, but it keeps me alive for a second. For like a split second. It's kind of an issue right now because you're gonna survive with like 1 health. Or no, you won't take 5, so I do have to take a round to secure that kill. It's basically like a gamble of like, do I think you're gonna cause enough trouble getting another round out of the engineer, or do I just ignore that and like try to do a bunch more damage instead? It's an interesting proposition. I'm not sure like what the real answer is, because whatever I do is gonna be mad overkill, and that like that hurts me inside. Like anytime I do overkill, it just seems completely unnecessary. Got some stance choices going on here. That makes me scared. Oh, you've got 5 seconds left. What's it gonna be? Oh no, don't time out. Oh, all right. All right, well, you've decided what my target is now, so that's great. Thank you. That takes out like all of the that takes out all of like the thinking that I have to do. What do I want to do here? I'm fine with the character staying there. Just think I have to get out some damage at this point. Just a little bit of damage. Don't think delaying my turn would have done anything. Actually, it might have. Shoot. Well, yeah, I couldn't like delay into a delay, could I? Do I get any utility out of this? Yeah, I do get some utility. Oh, that's rough there. I think I do want to do this. We'll, yeah, let's do that. All right. Yeah, this kills me. I don't want to do this much damage. But I have to, because I just have no choice, like, because I can't afford to get someone pulled around too much. Support. I'm mostly scared of the Berserker, which means that I think support's not going to help me. You're going to get knocked out by another quick shot. So, well, if I get hit by evasive, that means you there, so if I do this, I get some extra damage. Yeah, let's just do that. I think this is perfectly acceptable. It's a tough choice, but I think it's acceptable.
Yeah, even more forcing the quick shot there.
Yeah, I've
got literally no choice there, I don't think.
Yeah, because otherwise that one attack would have been a slight problem with like combo stuff and all of those things. Ooh, that's not great for me. That's a real big problem, actually. Yikes. I mean, however, I can... Ugh, that's rough, isn't it? I don't want to give you another round, though. That's so rough. I don't like this. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, man. I think I want to just try to survive at this point. I think I need to get lucky a few times in order to do what I need to do. Bad though. Yeah, we'll do this, I think. This is acceptable. Blah. This is acceptable. I'm just scared that you have 2 rounds in a row. Is that honestly, I think that's gonna do. Well, He's hanging on. He's hanging on. Oh, it's so rough. Oh, the attack bonus too. Oh, that might do it. Oh, that will definitely do it because you moved out of the way. Ah, no! Oh, that just did it. Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. Oh, I don't know if I can win this one. It'll be really rough to do, but I mean, it's definitely possible. But it's is it plausible? Oh boy. I think yeah, this will have to do. All right.
It was a bad call for me to move off the Switch. I thought I might get one more in, but probably wasn't realistic.
Yeah. I think you might have wanted to go down to the bottom row. I think that might have been better than being in the top row at that point. Or no, was the Berserker down there? I'm trying to remember where characters were. All right. Full health Berserker. Oh, that's so rough. Oh no. Oh, I knew it. Oh, no.
Come on.
Ah! We're still in it. We're not still in it, but that's okay. We're definitely not still in it. That's all right though. I mean, we have to just do it. It's I don't have any choice here. Nothing. I don't think there's actually anything that I can do at this point. No, there's literally nothing. But we can pretend. We can pretend that I had a choice here. Yeah, don't leave the Berserker up with full health at the end of the game. Especially with last one standing, it becomes a problem. Oh man, yeah.
GG.
Good game, yeah, definitely. I think if you didn't have as much health there, and somehow the Ranger had just a little bit more, things would have been different because I would have had 2 rounds in a row and that would have been enough. But yeah, you definitely had the advantage at the end, as leaving the Berserker up with full health can be a big problem.
Yeah, I wasn't too worried about my engineer because I thought at least if they die on the corrosive tile, it leaves things relatively safe for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I had an opportunity to knock out the Ranger instead of the Engineer. I think I should have taken that. I think I should have done that. It was just too juicy in the first opening rounds, because I believe your Engineer was behind the Berserker and your Ranger was by themselves. So I wasn't gonna get like a Berserker tunnel vision off of it.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh man, do I go on autopilot and just like knock out the Engineer as fast as I possibly can? Because it's like, it's not super rewarding to have the Ranger be an evasive in the beginning of the game. So you want to do support, but that does open them up to getting focused down. So it's kind of like, yeah, man. It's interesting. It's like you see 2 paths, and you see one where you could definitely knock out one of the characters, and the other one's like, can I do that? Yeah. I'll believe we got a long way to go on UI, but if you want to see that, that's totally cool. Jason, what do you think? What do you think some of the other stuff is going to be on the voting for next time?
So we pretty much got all of our characters, or most of the characters who we could talk about in detail. Kind of the same thing we did for Vigil.
Mm.
So I think maybe another couple of those
Oh,
would be a
totally.
definite option. So the other things that have been on there a couple times are the talking more about the campaign gameplay and
Mm.
talking more about the UI design.
I don't think we've really talked about anything about the campaign, in terms of the
No,
actual details.
we have not.
So, yeah, that'll be pretty interesting actually.
I mean, that includes
Um,
some cool like visual elements as well.
that we're still polishing up. I
No,
wonder if
they,
we could
they look
like
pretty
kind of.
good already, you know.
Yeah, they look all right. I think maybe we could like, cause like I don't know if like UI by itself is like attractive enough, because if we go into like campaign stuff, we're gonna have to show like some of the UI things. We can't just talk about it as an abstract. So we could probably tie those two things together.
Mm.
So I think probably what we could do for next time is open up the voting to like stuff about the campaign, and then have like the two other options be two of the characters that we haven't done yet, for deep dives.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Unless there's something else that we could possibly want to get into, but I think those are like the most obvious things. Um, so, but yeah.
Yeah, well, we have the most cool stuff to show and interesting things to talk about that people haven't seen so far. I think definitely.
Mm, definitely. Yeah, I'm super hyped to show off more of this stuff. It's yeah, we've been working on this game for a while, and I think it's
Just a little while. Yeah.
just a little while. Maybe not like Owlboy length of working on things for a while, but you know, I think we're getting closer, and like finally seeing it at like a quality level that I think we kind of envisioned it being at some point
Mm.
is really cool. Yeah, I don't know, like I don't want to like wax poetic about it, but we've been working at this for a while, and when we started, we didn't we didn't really know what we wanted to do with this. It was just like, I guess, kind of like an experiment for the most part, and then
Yeah.
slowly over time we're like, oh, I think we've got something here. Like, got more and more serious about actually, doing something more with it. So, and we've just learned such an incredible amount over the past few years, just about like how the sausage gets made.
Yeah.
And that is just a wild amount of knowledge that we have gained. There's just so many things that go into games, and none of us really had much of an idea of a lot of the stuff like around the periphery that's involved with it. Like, obviously, yeah, you've got assets, yeah, you've got coding, you've got implementation, you've got game design, you've got all these things, but like there's also 1,000 things that go around those like core things that most like gamers know about. But
Yeah.
there's all that other stuff that like, you know, there are certain realities that you have to like contend with in terms of like, oh, how do you make a really complex object? And just like any kind of like thing where multiple people are working on making something very complex, that there are certain realities that you have to deal with that.
Yeah. Even just orchestrating
Yeah,
all the people working together on stuff.
especially if you're like in like so many different time zones like we are. It's I don't know if like a game like this would have been possible to make like 20 years ago or 30 years ago, because of just primarily
We
because of
had
like,
Google Docs and Trello and
yeah,
oh,
exactly. Like I
yeah.
honestly don't know what we would have used before this, in order for somebody, in the US and the UK and everywhere else that we have people like working with us, like to come together to make something like this. And yeah, just yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. So, oh man. All right. What do we want to do?
I mean, if Millie wants to jump in for one more, then I think we
Yeah.
could. Otherwise,
Don't
we
want to
could maybe
rush
call it
your
here.
lunch. Don't want to rush
Yeah.
your lunch, Malieve.
Okay, you pick. You pick the format. It's
You
all
pick
on
the
you, Millie. What
format.
you want to play?
Maybe Jason can redeem himself.
I'll give it a go.
Going commando. I feel like that's like a Ratchet and Clank game title or something. Always, yeah. I actually have never played any of those games.
I think I played. I've always heard that they're just pretty solid, well-made things. I think I played one of the more recent ones. I think it
Yeah,
just being pretty, pretty polished, like pretty fun, like
they
presentation
seem
and everything.
along like the lines of other stuff that were on like the PlayStation at that time. Like all those like kind of like platformery kind of things kind of blended together for me, which is like your Crash Bandicoot, your Sly Cooper, your like Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter. Like there were so many of quote those, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They all kind of blended together, but
Like the
a lot of
mascot
them.
platformers.
What'd you say? Yeah,
Probably.
mascot platformers. Yeah, when people were still like trying to do that. I mean, I guess people are kind of doing that still in a way, but I do enjoy like as a concept. I enjoy that era because a lot of those games were a little bit more lighthearted, and just like fun and enjoyable to play, and had fun characters. But I never owned like a PlayStation around that time, so I think a lot of those games were on PlayStation only. But I knew that they existed, basically.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're in.
All right, excellent. I'm loading everything up. Man.
I liked Rayman. That's the only one that I really
Rayman's good.
need a reasonable amount of. And mostly, I've still mostly played the 2D Rayman games, to be honest.
Yes. Yeah, I think like my first experience with Rayman was just like on the Game Boy Advance, and man, that game was okay. What have you done wrong, Malieve? What have you done wrong? Did you pick the wrong commander? I'm curious what you think you did wrong, because that was still a... Oh, did you not select the right character for the... Oh, you want the Berserk as the commander. Oh, okay. Rolled it. I want to see where this goes, because I think having the Ranger as the commander is actually a little bit intimidating because of the high health range on that character, plus the evasiveness makes them not a fun character to try to focus down. It's not... yeah, the dodge chance is always like, oh man, I don't want to have to deal with this.
Yeah, I guess the counter is just more focus.
Yeah. But yeah, having the chemist as a commander isn't the worst thing in the world. Yeah, you can make it work. I believe in you. You can do it. I mean, you're already doing it.
Yeah, it seems my shame when I lose is going to be all the greater.
Yeah, that Ranger not looking too hot right now. Yeah, it's an interesting thing right now is like whether or not you want to like... Yeah, because you can't really just go stab him because you're going to get hit by that, by the Berserker there, unless you just go for Chemist direct. Otherwise, you also run the risk of the Ranger taking so much fire damage over time. Might put him in a unfortunate position. Ooh, that is very bold, Jason.
Yeah, screw it. I was going to...
This is super bold. There we go. I only say that because of the Berserker being able to trade blows with the Ranger right now, and that's going to put them at such a critical amount of health. Oh, it's going to be rough. I'm very interested in what you're gonna do here, though. I'm super interested in how this is gonna work. Here we go. Yep. All right. Yeah. I'm just scared for the trade blows. So you gotta stay where you are. Oh, that's so rough.
Yeah. The trade blood is still blocked by the.
Yes, it's a good thing. If you could not block that, then that would be a big problem. The ranger lives to fight another round. Alright. Gotta get that ranger out of there, man. That is so bad. I mean, 20 health is still, like, not too bad. You can take, like, a couple of attacks, but I guess now is kind of the time to start thinking defensively. Or just say screw it and just go all or nothing at that point. Kind of on a timetable at this point. You can only dodge so many times. That 14 damage is pretty good. If you could survive a little bit longer, I think you could probably pull it together, but... So you've got a ranger, and you've got a chemist in the way. Then you've got 3 rounds. Your characters. Oh boy. Actually, I think you might have this. Unless... Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh, you did it to yourself. Oh no. Oh man. Getting that berserker in there. Oh, that's so funny. Maybe a little costly to the berserker, but that's fine. This is not going to go on for very much longer. Oh, man. Yeah, if she was in the wrong stance, that would have been done. It would have been all over. All right, here we go. Can you do roughly like 30 damage? Actually, I don't think you have to do 30 damage. I think... I'm not going to give you any more strategy hints, but... I think there is a path that you can take that'll secure it, but it'll be rough. What's the choice gonna be? All right. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. Getting spicy. I think that might... Well, is that gonna do it? Oh yeah, I think it might because of the broken armor. That should do it, right? Oh, that was a close one though, I gotta say.
Ooh.
Oh boy, you were 1 round off.
So
Wow, that was close.
That was intense. I'm sweating over here.
Wow, the next round Malik would have taken it too. That would have been it. The well-placed quick shot. Wow, that was really intense.
Yeah, I was agonizing over did it matter which order I did, like with the Inspire versus just using the slash and all of this.
Yeah, I was also thinking about like whether you could have healed the ranger because Maliv's ranger wouldn't have been able to do enough damage and you would have gotten another round off of that. And you could have gotten like a damage bonus from support as well. So there were multiple ways. I don't know what the right one was. Obviously, this was the right one. because you got to the end in the quickest way possible. So this is definitely the right beta, but that was really, really close.
Oof.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, that definitely almost worked. Yeah, it's interesting seeing a lot of the characters be relatively reasonable to use as commanders. Like, I don't think there's like a particularly like super weak one. Like, it all depends on what your support characters are. Like, I think maybe like the weakest possible one is maybe the engineer, because like a lot of their power comes in their utility.
Mm.
So, although Believe did do like a ton of damage in the very beginning with that flame lance, that was really something with the vigor potion. That was really good. So, I think if I had squishier characters, that would have been even worse, I think. But awesome. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you for coming out and chilling with us and playing the game, talking about random stuff. And
Yep.
yeah, every time we do this, there's always something new that we see. And yeah, we had some really good matches today. So I'm pretty happy about that.
I'll see how much acid I can put on a pizza.
Watch out, Jason. People without context is saying that without context is gonna get you in trouble. Oh man. Believe thing with the NG Commando 2 is that the opposing team isn't built right, then it forces the other side to have to target the other. Yeah, it gets a really
Oh, because of the levitate. Yeah.
yeah, it gets really spicy depending on how. You know, every time we do this, I'm like, man, it would be even crazier if we had drafting, because like drafting your commander first and then having to draft like the support characters afterwards, but them knowing the commander, that would be really interesting. 'Cause you would have like finally be able to do like realistic counter picking, and that can really like up like the strategy of what you're doing basically. I will say though, a couple of the layouts today were super complex, and that was good. I really enjoyed the more complex layouts because there's just so many variables going on, and there's so many opportunities for different characters to do different things. And like sometimes there's instances where characters are like not as useful as you would want them to be, but
It's forcing you to try new synergies and new sequences.
Oh, totally. Yeah. There's like different lines that you can do. Like saying like, "Oh, I know I can do like 10 elemental damage from this trigger right here." Like, and it kind of like opens you up to doing things you wouldn't normally do. So it opens up, like it like multiplies the number of lines, the potential lines for a game. And man, adding drafting on top of that would just like I think it would put it on a pretty high level. I'm just thinking like when this game like gets all the features that we want it to get, the combination of I think like the complexity level of some of the layouts are pretty good right now, and the amount of different terrain features we have is pretty good. Obviously, it would be really good to have even more, but I think that complexity level added on to drafting with a larger roster, that like puts it on such a high like strategy level that I would be super happy with. I'm already happy with how it is right now, but more characters, drafting, like it's like I would be super happy with that. Even if there's nothing else in the entire game, I would be proud of that, because what we like I really enjoy what. So that's one person.
Yes.
That's like checkbox. At least I like it. So But
You got to
yeah,
make things you like, and you trust there's enough other people in the world who appreciate the
exactly.
same things.
It doesn't have to be everybody's favorite game. It just has to be somebody's favorite game. I think that's kind of like the key to success for a lot of like
Yeah.
indie games. Unless you're literally going for like quote a party game or something like that, or like you're consciously making a like mass appeal style game. Like
Yeah.
if unless you're doing that in particular, you have to make something that you like and something that you think is like has some kind of niche. So,
Yeah.
oh,
It's an
thanks,
honor,
Relief.
I believe.
Yay! Well, hopefully
That'd be
we will
great.
do
I
you
mean, it really
proud.
means a lot because I mean, you clearly
Yeah.
play and love games, so it
Yeah.
means there must be something there. No one can convince me otherwise. There's enough people who have played and enjoy it and
Yeah.
kind of get it that
Yeah.
it gives us the confidence to know that there's already something here.
Yes. Definitely. So, well, on that incredibly positive note, I think we're gonna sign off for today.
Cool.
So, until next time, I will. We'll see you later.
Take care, everyone.